So I'm underneath my van. Was looking around, seeing if I could find the backup beeper, because every time I back up, it makes a really big noise. 2 months ago, when I first got the van, I needed to, it was having some issues, and I needed to run it to a mechanic, and I got myself stuck in a dead-end residential road in Portland with super narrow roads. And at that time, my van was having an issue where every time I let off the gas, it died, which was fixed. When that happened, I had to turn around my van, and it took me half an hour to turn it around. And every time I backed up, every time I put it in reverse, my van was beeping. I'm sure the people in that neighborhood loved me for my half an hour beeping spree. So, based on that, and the fact that that was put in here for when it was a commercial vehicle, I'm going to remove the reverse beeper. And I think I found it. I think this is it here. It's got some wires coming out of it. It's got some mud cake to it. So I'll be cleaning it off and seeing if I can disable it. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm assuming this cord here goes either to the rear view, not the rear view, the backup light, or from the backup light. This has got to be the one that tells it that it should be loud. I don't necessarily want to cut that, because if I do, I don't want my backup light to stop working. So what can I cut? There's a black cord. I'm also trying not to get some dirt in my face. Goes around and comes back. And this cord is just all over the place. So what is a black cord then? Pull this cord up. It goes into the taillight. And there, I think I see other cords that go to the taillight that are the important cords, which I think means that I can clip this. I think all it does is tell the beeper to beep. So I think I figured it out. There's no red cord on this one. And of course this one still works. And this one still has those cords up there. So the logical assumption that I have is that those cords are the ones that light it. And that this red one, all it does is communicate to the backup alarm right here, that communicates to it and tells it that it needs to yell. And I don't want it to yell anymore, so I'm going to take a risk because I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm going to cut the red cord, and then I'm going to see if the alarm still keeps going. Alright, so this is scary. I'm going to cut a cord. I'm going to cut it here because this is a clean area. And I feel like if it needs to be fixed, if I screwed it up and I needed to uncut it, that this would be an easy space to work in versus underneath. So here goes on my tool. Just to end. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I did it. What if I did something wrong? So did I or didn't I cut the correct cord? I'm not actually gonna back up. Just gonna start the van, put it in reverse with brake on, and see if the cord that I cut to turn off the backup alarm is the right cord. Ooh, that sounds good for one. Are we ready? I'm gonna put it in reverse. There's no alarm. There's no alarm. I did it. For anyone who wants the too long didn't watch version of that, in order to disable my backup alarm, I first looked up what backup alarms looked like on Google Images, and after figuring out what I should be looking for and reading that they're connected to the rear light, the backup light, I crawled underneath my van. I located the alarm, which for me was underneath and not inside of the light or anything. I evaluated the cords. There was a black cord and a red cord. I believe the black cord is the power and the red cord is the signal. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if you know better, but the black cord I believe was the power coming in that allows the alarm to work, and the red cord is the connection that connects to the rear light to tell it when the vehicle is in reverse. And so what I did is I followed the red cord. I found a section of it where it was clean and dry and going to be easy to work with if I cut the wrong cord. And then I cut that red cord, and then I tested it by putting my vehicle in reverse with my foot on the brake, and no alarm happened. So it worked.